The world outside was a blur of noise and motion. City life thrived with its usual chaos. Horns honking, engines roaring, and people moving like a never-ending wave. 12-year-old Lucas was making his way home from school, weaving through the crowded sidewalks, his backpack weighing heavy on his shoulders. It had been a rough day. A failed math test, a scolding from his teacher, and his best friend ditching him for someone cooler. The kind of day that made Lucas want to disappear. Instead of taking his usual route home, he found himself walking down a quiet alley he'd never ventured into before. His mom always told him to stick to the main roads, but something about this alley drew him in. Maybe it was the silence, or maybe it was the faint hope that in this forgotten corner of the city, his worries couldn't follow. The air was cold and heavy, with the scent of rain from the morning's downpour. His sneakers scraped against gravel, the sound echoing eerily against the brick walls. And then, breaking through the stillness, he heard it. A whimper. Lucas froze. The sound was soft, broken, like something fragile crying out for help. He strained his ears, his heart picking up its pace. There it was again, a tiny, pitiful sound from somewhere ahead. He moved toward it, his feet quickening with every step. By a rusted chain-link fence, a crumpled cardboard box lay half submerged in a puddle. Inside, shivering and drenched, was a puppy. Its fur was matted, clinging to its frail body, and its big watery eyes met Lucas's gaze with a desperation that twisted his chest. "Hey there, little guy," Lucas whispered, dropping to his knees beside the box. His fingers trembled as he reached out, gently stroking the puppy's damp fur. The creature flinched but was too weak to pull away. "Who would just leave you here?" Lucas's voice cracked, his words swallowed by the lump forming in his throat. He glanced around, half expecting someone to jump out and claim the poor thing. But no one was there. No one cared. "It's okay. I'm not going to hurt you." Carefully, Lucas scooped the puppy into his arms. It was so light, its ribs pressing sharply against his skin. His mind raced with panic and urgency. He couldn't leave it there. Not like this. The walk home was a blur. He took the long way, avoiding the busy streets and the crowds. His arms clung tightly around the tiny creature, feeling its faint heartbeat pulsing against his chest. By the time he reached his apartment building, Lucas was practically running. His fingers fumbled with the keys, nearly dropping them twice before he managed to get the door open. "Lucas? That you?" His mom's voice echoed from the kitchen, dishes clinking together. "Yeah, Mom. I I found something." "What do you mean, found something?" she called back. But Lucas was already in the kitchen, his face pale and eyes wide with desperation. His mom turned, her expression shifting from curiosity to shock when she saw the trembling puppy in his arms. "Lucas, what on earth? Where did you get that?" "Someone just left him. In a box. Outside. He's so cold and, Mom, he's so small. He needs help." His mom's expression softened as she took in the scene. The puppy whimpered weakly, its eyes barely staying open. Her hesitation was obvious, her gaze flickering to the stack of bills piled on the counter. They were barely making it as it was. "Lucas, honey, please, Mom, I couldn't leave him there. He would have died." Lucas's voice cracked, his hands trembling as he held the puppy closer. "We have to do something." For a moment his mom said nothing. Then she sighed, rubbing a hand over her face. "All right, let's get him warmed up first." Lucas's heart soared. Together they wrapped the puppy in a soft towel and gave him a warm bath. The little creature whimpered but didn't fight, too exhausted to protest. Lucas's hands were gentle, his movements slow as he washed away the dirt and grime. By the time they were done, the puppy looked almost like a new animal. His fur was a soft golden brown, his eyes clearer now, but still full of uncertainty. They fed him small pieces of leftover chicken and water from a shallow dish. Lucas watched the puppy eat with a hunger that made his chest ache. "I guess he's staying the night," his mom said, her tone resigned but not unkind. Lucas's smile was the brightest it had been in weeks. "Thank you, Mom. Really. Don't thank me yet. We still have to figure out what to do with him." But deep down, Lucas already knew. Days passed and the puppy grew stronger. What started as tentative nibbles of food turned into enthusiastic chomps. The frail creature had found a spark of life, and Lucas found himself falling in love with it. He named him Buddy, because that's what they had become. Buddies. Every day after school, Lucas rushed home to find Buddy waiting for him, his little tail wagging furiously. They played, laughed, and for the first time in a long while, Lucas felt like he belonged somewhere. But it wasn't just Lucas who changed. His mom did too. Despite her worries and constant exhaustion from work, she found herself smiling more, laughing more. One night, as Lucas lay in bed with Buddy curled up beside him, his mom knocked on the door and peeked in. "I made some calls today," she said, her voice soft. "Took Buddy to the vet. He's healthy. And I think we can make it work. Keeping him, I mean." Lucas's eyes widened. "Really? You mean it?" His mom nodded, a smile tugging at her lips. "Yeah, I think he needs us just as much as we need him." Lucas felt tears prick his eyes. Without another word, he rushed over and hugged his mom tight. Buddy barked, a happy little yelp that seemed to fill the whole room with warmth, and in that moment, everything felt right. Lucas saved Buddy that day, but in truth, Buddy saved him, too. Like a video and subscribe to my channel. Please, thanks for watching.